It's a place that exists.
Big Ugly, comma, West Virginia. Oh, I would hate it.
Oh, legitimately.
Imagine you're a basketball star hailing from Big Ugly, West Virginia.
Nintendo absolutely knows about the internet Triton because like a couple months after the Bowsette thing happened, they changed the crown's description. It was just like, only Toadette can wear this crown. So it's just like, kill that noise. Martin Luther King Jr. earned a C in his public speaking class during his 2 semesters in seminary school.
Who is that teacher?
Who's the dude?
Okay, is it a white teacher? And is that the reason why?
Let me see.
Who was the dude that... Because you know you gotta wake up one day just 20 years later.
That motherfucker changed everything.
And I gave him a motherfucking C.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech in school. He's just like, why are you writing about dreams? Dreams are for children.
You'll never make it, Martin. This is trash.
Or does the dude wake up like, yeah, my C incentivized him to get better?
Y'all know I was his teacher.
Yeah.
And I told him that I was pushing him to do better.
Apply yourself.
Oh my goodness.
You can go one or two ways with that way. Either A, I'm a fraud, or B, I'm inspiring people so hard that I inspired the civil rights movement. Just through my teaching.
It's just some like physicist teacher in like the 30s is like, oh man, look, I'm looking through all these old papers that I got, physics papers. Look at this D- I gave to this kid named Albert Einstein.
Oh, no, surely that can't be the same one.
Dude, imagine Stephen King in a creative writing class. Like, C minus, sir. Your adjectives, I don't know what you're doing. A dog with rabies, what's up?
In Tupac in math class, the teacher just comes up, Tupac, what I tell you about writing raps in class?
You're not gonna make it with this. You need these numbers. Get some bucks in you. And then 4 years later, you gotta dance around to slip up. You in the club banging it.
You know I taught Sue Tupac.
Oh, dude, I would never sleep.
I'd be shaking.
The PS5 in a year has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales.
Y'all leave the Wii U alone. Try his best.
Hey, consumers did.
Accurate.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Early
Yes, it is.
adopter.
Exactly what we're going for.
Oh, dude, I will never forget that woman with all them Wii U's in the back of her car, thinking she was gonna flip them boys.
Oh, someone tried to do that near you guys?
No, it's a viral picture.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll look it up.
I think I've seen this.
It's unfortunate. Let's see what else we got. Well, actually.
Yep, all I had to look up was Wii U woman.
Wii U woman. Oh, this is gonna be
Get
good.
some. Get some, y'all.
Let's see, Wii U woman.
No, I already got it on for you.
Oh, okay.
Where's it going?
He posted it in chat.
Oh, okay. I can look at it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Scalper beautifully boned.
Oh, and those are like even. Ooh. There's probably like 2 per box in the boxes behind her too. Yikes.
Boys in a back seat and everything.
Yeah, you can see him on the console. Dude, this is at least 10?
She's like, this is my retirement.
Yeah, she thought she was gonna flip these for double, because remember, the Wii was having supply issues, so this is the next console of the Wii, so why wouldn't I do it?
She didn't find it odd that she can buy in 15 of them?
Day one in the store.
Yeah, I was, because of like what the day I went through trying to get a Wii when it first came out, where I lucked the fuck out. By someone's generosity, which, where's that in this world? Where I was just so concerned about getting a Wii U day one, where I just walked into GameStop, I'm like, you guys go Wii U's? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
And no waste there, bruh.
Yep.
Remember at my GameStop, they had a tower of them built just for people to grab and go.
Yeah,
You
why?
ain't even gotta pay, pimpin'. Just go ahead and take it.
Because they thought it was gonna be another Wii situation where they were just gonna fly off the shelf. They probably overstocked and everything.
Oh yeah, GameStop for real had that problem.
Please take these. We need to put we have another display that we need to put here.
$100 off, please, anybody.
Can I get this keychain? Absolutely. And here's
got-
your complimentary Wii U.
I'm good.
Wii U featuring the upcoming great title, Zombie U. Remember that one? That was one of their big
They
hype
ported it.
titles.
They ported
Yeah,
it to like
ported
it.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It was on PlayStation Plus.
I played it at a con. That was a fun game.
It was decent. I got it because it was a
I
launch game.
will just never forget that trailer. Everybody's just like, end? What? Nobody
Oh, I
cares.
remember Mike hyping that bullshit up. Oh, I remember. It's so innovative where you're just like, a zombie's coming and you gotta look down and go, shit, 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 and try to get your thing, as opposed to pause, find item. Oh, I remember you hyping that bullshit
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Oh wow, yeah. I'm having flashbacks to that now too.
oh man,
It's a lot better in the Zelda games that came out for Wii U. Having the menu management there.
I minored in history with a focus on the development of Western European socialism. Not socialism,
Every word of that
fascism.
was just clear to me. I
So-
mean, every single syllable was just
I'm
like,
from
ugh.
quick north, and that's it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm from the Midwest, sir.
There's a town in West Virginia called Big Ugly.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
I love these facts so much.
Dude, there were legit 5 jokes running through my mind.
right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 329. Speaking of me being unprepared and getting things wrong, I had the wrong number last week. Last week was 328. I said it was
Mike.
327.
Mike.
All right.
Hey, Mike, as the man who is the only one that should know the numbers for Revisited, I get you.
There's no excuse. Zero.
Alfonso, hold on. There we go. Make sure that's in focus. Indeed. Yeah, there was like one big news thing, and then all of a sudden, bam! 2 o'clock!
True. It's very true.
But we'll get to that. Before that, of course, the weekly reminder that Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Get your vaccines and boosters. Wear your mask in crowded indoor places when you are sick. Support Ukraine. Support LGBTQ rights. Support body autonomy. Pay your employees what they are worth. I said it again. Fuck genocide. And be good to one another. So I think we'll leave that for last. Since it, just happened. Got a few other things. I guess we'll talk about the other big thing to start because it affected all of us, I think, in some way, shape, or form.
Not
Some
your
of us-
boy.
Some of us more than
Nah.
others.
0%.
Some of us much more.
0% for your boy.
There were,
It affected 2 of you. It affected 2 of you.
for me, not that much. So
It affected 1 of us.
for the only reason it kind of affected me because it was just like a dumb thing, but it affected me for not even that much. Anyways, CrowdStrike who I actually don't know what they do. I think it's like an infosec company.
It's a security company.
Okay.
Yeah, cybersecurity / like antivirus.
For server-based
Mhm.
installations.
Server protections,
That I know.
which they protect the major servers for Microsoft.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
For most of corporate America, that uses anything Windows related. There are companies that, have databases and stuff that are hosted on these servers with these protections. Some people use virtual machines that will, instead of having a actual desktop at your desk or something, you just log into a virtual machine that is sitting on a server somewhere and what have you. Basically, they had some code that seemingly was reliant on, like, a major, like, functionality of the Windows OS. So if you're, say for example, you have a building with its foundations and you're like focusing one major critical piece of your building on this one support beam. And the people that design the support beam go, oh, hey, we're making some changes to this, and they knock it over. Guess what happens? The entire infrastructure goes kaput, which is essentially what happened. Microsoft posted a security update to Windows, as is their right. It's their software, their product. And CrowdStrike just hard B-sodded basically every Windows server across the country. Banks went down, gas stations went down, airlines went down. Besides Southwest, because they're still running on a fucking graphic calculator for all of their servers.
Windows 3.1, bro.
Billion, right? Oh, sorry, Windows 3.1. Okay, yeah.
How?
Inconceivable.
Southwest, how?
And yet,
They was just like, come on over, baby. Get in the air.
We'll get you home.
I retweeted something that I saw that actually got like the heartiest gut chuckle out of me. And it looked like a legitimate account for Southwest too. And I didn't realize for a second there that it was illegitimate. But it was like, the tweet basically said like, just looking to fly while everything's down, Southwest has your back. Because all y'all were talking shit a bit ago, but now since we're running on a Commodore 83 located somewhere in Houston, Texas in a goddamn warehouse, we're still flying. Go fuck yourselves. And I was losing my shit.
You make a compelling argument.
There was
I was like, oh my god.
dude, the tweets of that day were fantastic. We got one of my personal favorites they had Rufus Shinra, like, in a pose from the newest Final Fantasy. It's like, you're saying CrowdStrike is the reason our systems crashed? We had some programmers at, like, a gate at United that knew how to fix the issue, were trying to convince the flight agents, just let me delete this one file off your PC. It will fix everything. Please let me do this. I need to go home. And just, yeah.
And
just,
I understand, like, as an employee, not letting
Just
essentially a
some
stranger get
Mhm.
access to your critical systems
Yep.
and deleting something, free form deleting something.
It was
Yeah.
insanity.
Another one, Y2K was 24 years late.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. For me, I work on a Mac for my work computer, so I was not affected by it, but we do have employees that do use the virtual desktop stuff, VDI. They couldn't work all day. And then just I get to work, I realize, like, oh, this is a thing that's happening. Like, I saw it in the news. I talked about it with my coworkers at work. During lunch, it was a Friday, so a bunch of us were just going to go out to eat. I'm like, I need to go to the bank real quick. I need to print some checks for my passport that I'm renewing.
No, you're not.
I get
No, you're
there, and it's like literally just like not too far from my office. I walk into the bank. I have like a shirt on that's like coder related. I think it's like I have a meme shirt that says "Keep calm and retrigger the build." So it's like obviously I work in tech. I walk in like, hey, I need to print some checks. So like, oh, all of our services are down. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. Why did I come here? And she's like, well, I think obviously you're aware. I'm like, yeah, I am. Why?
By my official shirt, I should not be here.
But
Mike.
so yeah, that's the extent that it harmed me, was my own stupidity.
I feel so bad for you.
I know,
will you ever
DA,
recover,
however,
Mike?
boy.
DA went to Vietnam.
So
The man was in Vietnam.
me and BG work in software. Ralph works in the corporate sphere, so I'm assuming there are some people that got affected at where you work.
Half
but
the company couldn't work.
yeah,
Half the company.
DA, however, is in IT, technical support. For those that aren't aware, I give the floor to you.
I work at an IT call center, and it's very corporate. Services all of United States, Lithuania, Philippines, Mexico, a couple other places. My schedule recently changed. Last week it changed from my normal 8 to 4:30 to now I work from 6 to 2:30. I that was my fault because I realized why my manager asked me to change it, because I put in chat, hey, I wake up every day at around 4:35. So because somebody was complaining about waking up early. I said, I wake up every day at like that time. I don't need an alarm. My body just wakes me up. I think it was the next day my manager was like, hey, can you try to change it? I'm like, I didn't get my 410s, but she sure did bam on that one.
Yeah, why
So-
don't they give you your 410s instead then?
So those first 4 days, between the hours of 6 and 8, I think I take one call, maybe. Nothing.
Why are
8
you
o'clock
even there?
because it's 24 hours. Somebody got to be there.
Okay, but why you if they think you're one of the critical people?
Legitimately.
Because they're not giving you your 410s specifically because we need you here more days.
Nah.
Yes,
Then
that is the
nah.
exact reason that.
But then at the same time, we're gonna take you off a later
Yes.
time where there's more calls
Prime time hours to just send you to a dead 2 hours. So Friday, rock up, no problem. Took my one call at about 6:15. It was a blue screen, easy to handle. Restart the computer. Hey, what were you doing when this started? Just general questions. Escalated. 6-7 minute call. 2 minutes later, the exact same call. And when that happens, you just got to go, could be a coincidence, could be a trend, whatever. But as I'm taking that call, I look up to the board because the board says how many calls are waiting, and there's 6 calls. I went, oh no. So we have an outage process, which is very convoluted that I had to go through. That might be why I was supposed to be there, because I can follow the instructions in order to do that, which was not fun. So I had to take that call, take the other calls, field those. And then part of it is also calling out to the manager on call. So I woke somebody up, let them know what's going on. It's crazy time. So by 8 o'clock, there were, I think, over 100 calls in the queue. By that time, a manager had came in and put in the call thing where you call and it just goes, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the ticket number. If you've got this issue, hang up because we're currently working on it. Calls drop to maybe 90 calls. I'm just like, y'all hear it. Y'all are sitting there waiting for 30 minutes. It's playing on loop. I tested it. But they're just sitting there listening to it. Here's the number. If you're having this blue screen issue, hang up. Sitting there waiting.
My screen is blue. What
Now,
do
here's
I do?
I assume happened. They put it down, put it on speaker, and waited for that click of a human voice. Not even paying attention to what the thing is saying.
I don't
Just
see how
waiting
you
for the
could.
click.
I do not see how you can't pay attention to that.
Oh, I mean, You're on hold. Yeah, you're like Kibiji said. You're waiting for the click. You don't listen to. You drone out everything.
I listen.
I do not.
I do.
Not
Well,
a
surely,
bit.
if you're going, I have a blue screen and I can't sign into my computer, and the thing goes, if you got a blue screen and you can't sign into your computer, one of those words will click. Surely.
But was it
Nah.
the click?
Blue.
But
Nah.
That's all you need to know. A color, not a code. Not, hey, it's a global outage with CrowdStrike. People don't understand that. These people are so inept.
These people are so in.
But the color blue should be recognizable enough to go, hey, that's me. Okay, cool, click.
Nope. Not if you have your computer in black and white or you're colorblind.
So between the hours of, I'm supposed to get 2 breaks and a lunch. Dead zone. The managers were walking around like, hey, if you need something, if you need some food or something, we'll get it for you, but you don't leave your desk. And it's like, I don't think that's
Nah,
legal.
fuck that.
Oh, no, it's definitely not.
It's not.
It
It's
is
not.
law that if somebody works 8 hours, they want a break,
Yeah.
they are allowed to take it.
It is that is the law, and they can be heavily fined if the government finds out they didn't adhere to it.
You cannot force mandatory no breaks.
Trust
They can
me on this.
volunteer to work through their break, but they cannot do
No, they can't.
mandatory
No, they
breaks.
can't. No, they can't. You get fined for that if it happens more than a few extra times. There are counts. Trust. We deal with that too.
So at around 10
you
o'clock,
are not able to say no.
at around 10 o'clock, that's when the hey, delete this comes in. And it solves people's issues some of the time. But you gotta guide people past the BitLocker into the advanced settings, into a command prompt.
Safe mode.
You gotta do all of these things. And these people just don't listen. I think I did it. At the end of the day, I think it was over 50 calls, 55, 60 calls.
What is
something
your
like that.
average?
25, 30.
So
Doubled it. Yeah.
Double it.
But it is so hard to get people to do something when it's so easy, when it's on the screen. I think after the time of like the fix is here, I think I solved it once because these people just were not listening. I be like, okay, take a picture of what you're seeing now and send it to me. And then I send them, here's what you should be seeing. I would circle it with the little snippet tool and just go, here it is. Click on this. I don't see it. How do you not see it? Well, I pressed
It's right on your
escape.
screen.
Did I say to press is why you just clicking stuff? I was so done.
This sounds familiar.
Because this is all these people are just like, what's the issue? And you're hearing the issue. So after a certain time, I gave the mic explanation. Server, tower, hey, knocked down, big global issue. People didn't understand that. So I just went, okay, there's a place with a thing, and that thing doesn't work anymore. Too simple for some people. So I had to just reconfigure it so many times, and I'm just roboting like, yeah, this is what's going on. And after a certain time, I was just like, I'm just having fun now. So at one time I was just like, yeah, there's everything that controls something is in a building and a rat chewed a wire and then it disconnected. So now we're trying to figure out how to reconnect it, and it's a whole thing. And they were just like, yeah, that does happen. I'm like, you don't know. I'm just lying to you. Don't just tell me that happens. I was so pissed when this lady was just like, yeah, I heard of that happening. I'm like,
No,
have you?
That just goes to show they're not actually listening to what you say. They're listening, but they're not listening.
There was times when people were just like, yeah, I heard there was a global outage with something with computers. I was like, really? I haven't heard anything like that.
Bruh.
And I am just like, they're gonna pull these calls. And I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but I'm just like, I just do not care. Half the time they're like, okay, do this to get into the command prompt. I don't see it. Okay, whatever, escalate. You're supposed to do all the steps. And I'm just like, these people don't get it. I don't care. I'm gonna go on to the next call.
If there's 9 instructions and by instruction 3 they're already fumbling, why waste your time trying to get to step 6 before you escalate? Just send them over and get it done.
Okay, delete system 32.
There are some real
that is the step.
people.
That is what you're supposed to do. But they couldn't do it. It's
Well,
just
the one that I'm seeing that is the fix is a very long string.
Yeah.
C dash
Like,
00000291.sys.
yes. And I would send them that directly. So there's no misconception. It's like read it on your own time. Put it in on your own time. It's fine. You can do it. Take your time. Doesn't work. Send me a picture. You have pressed O's and not zeros. Oh.
Doesn't work. I have so we work in a content management system, and there's a little checkbox that says full width, which self-explanatory. Your content fills the page as opposed to having a left navigation. I have gotten a few tickets from this same lady. How can I put the left navigation on this page? And I go, uncheck the full width box, and it will get on that page.
After a certain point, I just put the headset down, went into break, and I walked away. My manager was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm taking a walk." And I just took a walk.
Fuck off.
Oh boy, somebody actually quit.
I believe that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And yeah, they were just like, "Hey, BCB is my job." My job. Appreciates your effort. Next week they'll be bringing in lunch.
Dominoes
Pizza
for the
party.
boys.
Oh yeah,
Yum,
pizza
yum.
party! Let's go!
Hey, the week before y'all screwed up and all of our access was revoked for a full day. Are we getting compensated for that? Nah, but you will be getting
Another
that lunch.
slice of pizza. That's what you're getting.
We have not gotten that lunch for that missed day yet.
You're not going to now. This is your lunch.
Leave.
It's rolled into this one.
Leave. Get
It
the
is
Like a kid
fuck out.
whose birthday is December 23rd. Nah, it's just part of Christmas. Sorry, kid.
Yeah, you need out. You need out.
Miserable.
You need out bad.
It was.
Yeah, instead of a
the worst
10-piece
day.
McNugget, you get a 20-piece McNugget.
Ooh.
Yeah, you need out of that bit.
It is. It was.
Or you need your 4 cans.
Or the 410, but out is the desire.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
at this
they haven't given it to you yet, and
And
They're not going to.
they're not gonna, and you have had a habit of bitching about them on this podcast.
This was
How do you
Friday,
think I be
right?
talking to my
Might be time
manager?
to update the resume. That's all I'm saying.
This was Friday, right?
I've been sending the resume out. Just
Okay.
nobody's biting. Dumb security. No experience. So the best that I can do is go up a level or two at the help desk, outside in another job, because I have had offers there, but it's not what I want to do.
Mhm.
So I'm probably gonna take that just to get out of here and then maybe schmooze my way into something different.
You want to relocate to where I'm at? They'll probably hire you.
I'll take it.
Oh, dude, I'm not
I'll
even
commute.
joking. No, you're not. They don't let you do that. But not even joking. You want to relocate? There's like 6 jobs I know you could get out here.
I'm about to say, hey, this is kind of a tech hub.
We had vastly different Friday.
Yeah, yeah, we all
Oh, dude, I just sat at work. I got a whole bunch of shit done. All the people that run off these systems are sitting there like, I can't get anything done. I'm being yelled at by 4 people. I can't get any information. I can't pull any of our data. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm building this thing.
My
I got
entire
CAD.
day,
I'm good.
I think they sent me 4 tickets, and I talked to my boss. He told me all our upcoming cool systems, and then went, all right, we're giving you this much for a raise. Have a good one. No, I have to say nothing.
You need out, homie,
That's
in the
yeah.
worst way.
Yeah, we.
You're at the BK of call centers, homie.
Get off
No,
the
my
grill.
last job was the BK of call centers.
So is this Wendy's?
Yes.
Would this be the casino?
Casino was bad. But here's the thing. I found out that I'm overpaid for doing the thing that I'm doing. Because I'm at level 1 and I've been looking at level 2 jobs and it's like $1 or 2 extra. It's like that doesn't make much sense. And then I'll look at other level 1 jobs and it's 18, 19 and I'm making 23. So it's like
Yeah. And
that sometimes will
opposite
happen.
of me,
Okay.
he's making more than me.
That's the thing, though. It's just like if
got a
you've been
raise, so it's probably about you.
No, it's not.
Alrighty.
when you've been in a position
got
long
8.
enough, sometimes where it's like you get into a certain spot and what have you. Like when I got my
Correct.
most recent job, I got in at the highest level and then actually
The
got more
premier.
due to a
Yeah.
clerical error. But I didn't get an actual raise for like 2 years because of that. Because I was, for my position, I was the tippity top in terms of pay.
No, I'm just talking about base pay just for the job that we're doing. Everybody gets paid this. Everybody gets paid.
Sure.
the same
But I'm
amount
just
too.
saying, like, sometimes even when you
Okay.
move, you won't see a pay bump immediately. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I will definitely see a pay bump.
Oh yeah, no. Same with me. When I started my current position, I got like it was a nice raise, but then immediately like I'm gonna say 6 months later they had the formal reviews for these positions, and my boss just like gave me like the $2 extra like official raise. He goes, "Hey, you're doing great, man. Oh, we're thankful." Not like 3 months later, I'm like, "Hey, I want to apply for this other position." Oh.
In a year, I've gotten almost a $10,000 raise within the year. No, get me out of here because I'm still underpaid.
True.
I told them I'm just not extremely underpaid now.
Yeah.
I'm still
You
underpaid.
took 4 tickets.
I want to.
But you've seen the tickets.
No, I wasn't.
There's
looking.
one where I have to implement a carousel for a slideshow, and you don't care. You don't care.
I would be interested. We can talk after the podcast because I actually am
don't
curious
care.
in terms of like seeing like where you're at and like where you should be. Coder to coder. But yeah,
You back
weirdly
end
enough,
people.
the
I'm
CEO
a front-end
of
boy.
CrowdStrike used to work for McAfee. And there was a situation
Yep.
with McAfee in the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, that basically
Yep.
crashed the internet as well while he was
Yep.
in charge. And they basically went into such financial straits that they had to sell themselves to Intel. And then he quit. And now... Here,
I wonder who did that. Boy, oh,
Here
boy.
we are
Looking
again.
for the guy who.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you mean he needs out in the worst way? His job sucks. Meme, just point blank period. His job is
It's when it's bad, it's the worst. But when it's fine, it's just like you're chilling for 20 minutes and not taking calls. And that's cool. But I'd rather not be doing this is the biggest thing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've been trying to switch into a different career path for a bit now.
I mean, it's all
Detroit
about
ain't popping.
spin, too.
Michigan ain't popping.
Yeah, you're not in the right spot. Plus, you have to
Legitimately.
learn how to spin it too. Your resume shouldn't be focusing on the strengths you're learning at your current position.
Oh
but
no,
more the strengths
absolutely
that
not.
translate
It is.
to what
I
you
have been
want.
doing this. I have been training all these people. I have fixed so many knowledge base articles. I am the leader of the team. I'm the only person on the team right now. I've been offered 2 different promotions and denied them.
Offered, denied.
Yeah.
That's a flag in and of itself.
Well, I don't say that, obviously.
I'm saying that for your company.
That's just for us. I didn't put that on my resume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for the company is what he's saying. And yes, I agree with Ralph. But yeah, let's see. So do all it was just Windows-based PCs that ran off of a server, basically, which is most of corporate America. So that is what happened there.
Everything's based off a hub.
Awful.
They can still access a limited number of
Be
websites.
like that.
Yeah, just some aren't running off of the Windows-based server architecture. Obviously, some stuff like Apple, they're using their own systems. And then, like we said with Southwest, it's running off of my
Commodore
uncle's
83 in a
my
warehouse
uncle's old
in
Nintendo.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah,
Oh,
like personal
no,
laptops and like personal computers, that's fine because you're not connected to a server. It is just on your box running. It's anything that is using that CrowdStrike server security.
You
All
said
right.
that meme. Now I just keep hearing CloudStrife. It's
I know.
just not
I
helpful.
the same here. I have to like really like focus on that strike when I talk. All right.
Just like, motherfucker.
Smaller news tidbits. We got some new character announcements for multiverses. We got Samurai Jack and Beetlejuice, which I feel it feels a little weird that they're releasing Beetlejuice kind of close to Joker, just because aesthetically, especially in that cartoony style, they look very similar. But
Yeah, that was weird.
But that is happening. There's probably more stuff from Evo that I'm not aware of that BG you can talk about in a second. Jamie Lee Curtis is not going to be playing Dr. Kuria.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
She wanted to.
She's in a movie or a TV series that is probably gonna win her an award and
Obligations.
first right of refusal, blah 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 blah.
Wants versus needs.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks though.
It truly does.
So
It's the same thing with like the Community movie they've been trying to get off the ground. Every now and then, one or two of the actors just, hey, can't film it right now. Right now it's Joe McHale and somebody else. I can't remember which one. Maybe Allison Brie.
Donald Glover's in Community as well, right? I have not watched the show.
Yes, and a lot of people were blaming him because Gambino is a very, very busy man.
And
But
that's done. Did you not see that?
Yeah, well, he's also threatened this before, but he said he's putting to rest Childish Gambino because it's run its course or whatever. I don't believe it. I believe in like 4 years he's gonna still drop an EP or something.
Gotcha.
He likes making music, and this was a good album. But yeah, people were blaming him because he's an artist. He's touring soon. He's writing. He's producing. He's starring. He's directing. He's doing all this stuff. So you would expect, Donald Glover is the holdup, but it's like, no, this time it's us. He was available. We were not.
All right, we have
The trailer for the Samurai Jack was hype, if nothing else. And I'm not even familiar with the character. It was a hype trailer.
Yeah. I did step back in for a little bit. I just don't think Multiverses is for me.
At least not with that speed.
I think for me right now it's less about the speed and it's the movement and defensive options. It is basically dodging is your only defensive option in the game since there are no grabs besides like a few character specific like things. So the only way to get around and maneuver around things is movement and your air dodges and your regular dodges. There's no shielding in the game. And I just can't figure it out.
Yeah, that part of your brain is too smash oriented.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this just don't make sense.
I'm looking forward to oh fuck. There's like two other like prominent platform fighters franchises that I never remember. It's not Brawlhalla. Rivals of Aether. Rivals of Aether 2. That looks really good.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of Rivals of Aether?
Never.
That's crazy.
They have them at a lot of cons.
It was a sprite animation for a while. The sequel is going to be in 3D, and it actually was very similar in style to Multiverses, where there was no shielding and no grabbing and no ledges, so you couldn't like grab onto a ledge. They had wall jumps though that you could do, and what have you. But they have added shielding, they have added ledge grabbing, they have added grabbing, and what have you. A lot of different smash mechanics, and then a lot of different like melee specific mechanics. while also reducing mashy type things. So it's like when you get grabbed in Smash Bros, or you get like there's a move that like puts you into the ground, you have to like either like mash your buttons or wiggle your control stick really fast in order to get out. They reduced a lot of the things that basically can hurt your hands in the game, which I do like. So once it actually is more publicly available, they've had a lot of closed betas as recently. I would like to try that out. But the one thing that's going to bring me back to multiverses, and I'll suck with him, and he's going to be terrible, but as soon as they put Godzilla in the game, that's when I go back.
Smelly Mark.
Oh, indeed.
Absolutely.
The smelliest. The smelliest.
Do we have any kind of confirmation?
You should see the VOD. I'm going to be, tomorrow, I'm going to be queuing up all the recent VODs. The episode of Day of the Diver where I get into the meat and bones of the, like, Godzilla DLC. Oh, I was filthy, Mark.
Hey, Dave the Diver is so good.
It's a very good.
Really is.
It's a very good game, and it was a very good DLC. A very good DLC.
I think I'm just up to the fucking glacier part myself in the game.
Okay, so did you download the DLC's free? So I'm assuming you probably downloaded.
Yeah, I have
it.
everything.
Okay.
Yep. I have everything.
All right. Next up, we have Studio Mappa, the anime studio that worked on Attack on Titan, and Kelly is somewhere out there squeeing at the very moment. They are working on a Ranma 1/2 remake. Ranma.
Which no one saw that coming.
Ranma.
No, legitimately, already woke. Already talking about woke stuff.
Wait,
in
what?
the trailer, there's a scene where the breasts are supposed to be shown, and it's not now. So woke.
They're not gonna. Usually with these releases, they do a censored and an uncensored version.
Woke. They've already ruined it.
Here's a trailer for General Honest's. Let's show them titties. No.
Then why even show the scene if you're not gonna show the censorship? Woke.
Was it a bad adaptation, or is it just like, hey,
I think they just wanted an update.
Everybody's still alive.
No, it's not out yet. There's nothing to know.
Well, no, he's saying the bad adaptation, like the 90s original one was a bad adaptation.
Oh.
And no, it was very popular. Very popular.
No, I mean in terms of like being a faithful adaptation, because Full Metal Alchemist was popular, but it wasn't faithful.
I believe it is. Kelly is the one who can answer this with the utmost accuracy. I do not know.
I believe that was back when like they just kind of just took what they had on hand and ran with it, if I remember right. But then
Ranma 1/2.
Even then, thinking about it, like it could have been. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that clearly, but I think it was.
But yes, it's the same mangaka who made Inuyasha. It was the work before Inuyasha. So, suffice to say,
Rumiko
Kelly.
Takahashi.
Hey, if nothing else, Anko, woke is going away. It's all DEI stuff now.
Yeah, DEI.
What is
Give
DEI?
it up for DEI.
What does that stand
Word
for?
for woke. Diversity, something inclusiveness.
No, not exclusivity.
Equality, probably.
Yeah, diversity, equality, inclusion. Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
On
And
Twitch?
these people are big mad about it with the Yasuke thing, because that historian came out like, hey, yo, he was a samurai. I don't know what y'all... I'm a Japanese historian speaking Japanese right now. I don't know what y'all talking about. He's in samurai. And these mother's using Google Translate to argue with the historian on whether Yasuke was a samurai.
And this man is
he was
speaking
a
the language, he's like,
retainer. He was a retainer.
They are doing everything in their power to just say DEI woke,
Oh,
get
yeah.
them out of here, historical accuracy.
Oh, yeah. 1000%. It's the dumbest fucking thing.
So we have that.
Here, I'll look for the Japanese dude for you.
that teaser trailer that we got last week from Nintendo for MEO. We actually know what it is now, and it is a sequel to their visual novel series that hasn't had a game in 30 years, the Famicom Detective Club. Horror-ish based, but definitely more in line with what I expect from Nintendo. Just like anime, cartoony, not like going to be anywhere near what that teaser evoked.
Yeah.
But so there's that. We have two things left. This one was a bit out of left field, but so for those that are fans of Tenacious D, you are going to basically be left on a line for a little while. During a show, which was the 14th, they were celebrating I'm forgetting the guitarist's name. It's something Gas.
Kyle
Gas. And they were celebrating his birthday. They brought out a cake during the show, and they asked him, they wanted him to make a wish, and he responded, "Don't miss Trump next time," and blew out the candles. A couple days later, Jack Black says, band's on indefinite hiatus. We are canceling the rest of the tour. We are canceling all of our creative plans. They are on hold. I do not encourage political violence in any form. I don't know what the future of the band's going to be. Hard cut. Kyle posted an apology on social media, but has since deleted it. So
He also got dropped by his manager, all that stuff. Talent agent, all that stuff.
Jack Black is in a couple of franchises right now that can't have him being in any way, shape, or form viewed negatively.
Kung Fu Panda, Minecraft, Mario.
Like how Mario was in fucking stereo.
When you're gonna be in, Mario is top 3 most popular, most profitable game characters. Then you're gonna be in the number 1 as well. It's like, it's crazy. You can't. Borderlands as well, but that we don't need to talk about
That's
that.
more in line, actually.
That's gonna earn its $37, and it's gonna peacefully go into the night.
No, it is.
He's not worried about the Borderlands money.
That is a
There's
wreck.
nothing else coming from that. Head juice.
That is done.
It is bad optics to be sitting there celebrating the death of somebody on stage, laughing and it's I don't know.
The death? No, attempted death.
Attempted death. Well,
somebody died.
Well, the death when he goes, "Don't miss him next time," he's going to actually kill him. So potential.
Well, I'm saying there was somebody who died.
hypothetical-
Just clarification.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of weird because you don't know all the things that's going on. It could just be him just going, look, I'm just gonna say this. Give it a couple months, we'll come back. No problems, no harm, no foul. You issue your apology.
Got to test the waters and see what people are saying, because if nobody's actually complaining, it's a different beast.
Or it could just be straight up cut it off. We don't know. But it was a joke. But I can understand that either given the money aspect or the fact of it's just like, hey man, you don't just joke around about actual living people dying about that. Who knows? Who knows?
But we Republicans do it all the time. I think Trump himself has done it
multiple times.
Like, what are we?
But you have to be the bigger
we're
base.
better than them.
Are we?
Fuck off out of here. I hate that shit.
Oh yeah, the Democrats, they gotta be better.
Yeah, I hate that fucking shit.
Just a bit of a sad situation, really, in terms of what you can and cannot say. And when he said it, everybody laughed. Everybody knew it was a joke, but it is.
It's funny how anti-cancel culture and pro-free speech people are until it affects something that they
love. Yep.
And then it's an issue. No, you can't joke about that. No, you
I
shouldn't be
love
allowed to
that.
say that. No, he shouldn't be allowed to continue making money with his product and such. But what happened to all that? No. We just
Mhm.
want to say kill the blacks. That's free speech.
Yeah, he just rocked up in Mandalorian and was just like, "Hey, it's me, Jack Black." Okay, weird, but
All right. The last thing.
The thing.
before we get to that,
Oh wait, Evo as well.
Before
I
we
wanna
get to that, you can also talk about the fact that a lot of information has been coming out about the shooter himself, his name.
Mhm.
They don't really have a lot of dirt on him, so they're just doing like he was bullied. He was looking up porn as his last thing on his
He
phone.
played violent video games on Steam.
They've got nothing on him, so they're just like, "Whoa, he was looking up porn. He was a gooner, huh? Don't
One
look
of,
up porn, I guess." Or it's
One
like,
of my
really?
coworkers, his family apparently lived down the street from him. I guess like his mom was on the way home. They're like, "Why is the street blocked off?" Because they had blocked off. The police had blocked off the street just because press was coming to interview his family. And it's just like, oh, he's like, yeah, I went to the same high school as this guy. They showed him like, they showed videos of him like graduating. I'm like, that's my lacrosse field. But
yeah, he's just some dude.
yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
crazy.
It's almost like the modern times are, you know, lighting people's brains on fire.
Bit chaotic, just a wee bit.
But if you go up there and you shoot the president, you've got to go up there with some knowledge of I'm not coming down.
Oh yeah,
so wouldn't it be a manifesto as here's what I did, here's why I did it? He just did it.
No, he just he put on Steam forums. My debut is on Thursday or whenever the day it was. That'll be my grand debut. And that was about the most you got.
There was also a report that was just like the shooter played games on Steam. Steam includes a game where you shoot the president, but he didn't play that. Like, whoa,
has nothing.
I was reading like, okay, so I guess that, but he didn't play that. I'm like, oh,
That's
okay,
literally
cool.
the play stage hook. Like,
oh yeah, you're straight fishing, straight up fishing.
But BG, has there been anything fun that came out of Evo?
A lot of character announcements, a lot of trailers. There's been a lot of good games, but without knowing the people involved, me just saying, "Hey, this was really cool," is gonna matter so little to y'all. Guilty Gear has a anime character from Cyberpunk Edge Runners as one of their characters. People are big mad about it, and here's people are always mad about guest characters because whenever you're a fan of the franchise, whatever you're playing, all they see it as is this is a slot that could have went to a character in the universe that I like, that other people like, that you're wasting a slot essentially. Where's blank when we've got X? And that's all they're seeing it as. Why? And it's the same thing that happened with the Street Fighter 6 announcement of Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui from King of Fighters. It's just like, why are they here when we don't have Sakura, when we don't have all these other Street Fighter characters? Why are you bringing in these other characters? So guest characters are always going to be a complaint. Always. But yeah, that's what happened there. Grand Blue got a original character, which is very weird for them. A character original to their fighting game. Looks very interesting. Yeah. There's again. I would highly suggest watching the highlights of Third Strike.
I did see the Hugo win. I did see that.
The Hugo win, and the dude is the most. I truly don't know how to do it. Like in the middle of the match, he just did a splits on stage and just kept playing.
He's a troll.
Like,
He's a troll.
it's just like
Hey man, get up! You can't do this to me.
the energy coming off of this dude was just like,
Don't do this to me.
It can't be matched. He was amazing with it. I would highly suggest watching that.
All right.
Also, Sonic Fox in Mortal Kombat, they had like this much health. Enemy, he was just
you actually
moving,
watched
he was advancing, and the enemy was moving backwards. I'm like, go in! You're scared!
Yeah, he was scared, and that's what it was. Cause he jumped, he did like a neutral jump or something, and then he's like, okay, now I can do a move because Fox is gonna assume I'm doing something else. Then Fox jumped, and that was just a match, just over. And that's the thing. When you are in that headspace of like, one more thing will win me this match.
Boy.
Let me walk away a little bit. Let me be safe. Let me be cautious and get this W.
Meanwhile, your heart.
Yes. Same thing happened to me at Combo Breaker. I was playing Buffalo, and he again just helped like this. And I'm Black Canary of all things. And I backed off, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait for my scream meter to come. And he killed me, and I lost.
Oh, you're approaching me?
That's literally what it is.
It's crazy how much Mortal Kombat get, because the movement of it was so good. Like, what happened was hype-ish. People just like, MK sucks. Ugh. Hey, you were about to say something?
I was just gonna say Homelander is also a problem, it seems.
Oh yeah, big problem. Homelander is completely busted, and I don't mean that in a way like, hey, he's really strong. I mean, he breaks the game. The camera will completely bug out sometimes. Characters will completely bug out sometimes.
Beautiful.
He breaks the game. People were actually saying we should ban him for Evo, but he wasn't banned. I guess they did a quick hot fix that fixed a lot of the issues that pertain to him. But he has this float move where you do a stand kick, and if you're low enough, it's hard to poke out of, it's hard to armor out of, it's hard to do anything out of. It is basically a noob killer, and in the hands of somebody that knows what they're doing, it's also a very effective. It's also a very effective tool against high-level players. He's a problem.
Gotcha. Steve, but not.
Yeah.
All right. With
Oh yeah,
that,
Venom coming back for Stride. People love it.
oh,
It's
okay.
amazing.
Yeah. Except Gavin. Gavin hates it for some reason.
Gavin hates a lot of things for.
Boy, who you telling?
So you getting into it with what game was it? Oh, Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah, that coward. That coward. It's a visual novel. Why am I just walking around and talking? You coward.
All right. We've delayed long enough. More American history happening before our eyes.
Boy,
Crazy.
insanity.
So I have a list here of, just in general, for multiple reasons, of presidents, sitting presidents, that chose to not take a second term or run for a second term for whatever reason. Can we guess how many there are?
6.
4.
I'm not saying.
64.
DA, you were right. It's 6.
Nah.
Get him!
My question is, does that list clarify on how many have dropped out after having started campaigning?
No, it did not.
Because from my understanding, that number is 0. There are
1.
One? Who?
Biden.
So, okay, then it'd be 7, including Biden.
That's 2. 2 is middle finger.
Okay. Ooh, magic trick.
After image. Good.
But so the president. So for those that didn't see earlier today, President Biden gave an official statement, official letter, that said he is resigning from the 2024 presidential race. He is endorsing Kamala Harris, and is just focusing on serving the remainder of his current term. Again, by all accounts, in terms of someone who was starting to campaign and then stopping and resigning, has never happened before.
Nope.
Ever.
Insane.
The 6 presidents before that have chosen to not rerun for one reason or another.
We have Grover Cleveland.
Nope.
Aw.
James Buchanan. He was president from 1857 to 1861. He basically was the president right before the Civil War happened.
I don't want no,
Yeah.
no, sir.
None of that.
I smell what's going on. Ain't gonna be me.
He is consistently ranked as one of the
Y'all
worst
be
presidents of all time.
Hey, war's coming. Good luck with that.
Dang, that's crazy.
All
What
right.
y'all gonna do?
How y'all thinking about stopping that?
Well, Mr. President, who are you talking about?
Oh, man, you talking to him? Because that ain't me.
Dang, y'all already held an election. That's crazy. Cause
Good luck with that.
your boy's
man.
out of here,
I got a big wheel of cheese at my home that I'm ready to.
and we all know that's fatal. In meantime,
Christopher B. Hayes, number 2, committed to serving just one term after being elected controversially in a compromise of 1877, following what was arguably America's most disputed election prior to 2020. Hayes is generally ranked average at best after committing to end the Reconstruction permanently in the South in exchange for keys to the White House.
Man, you do not want to be an I president.
hey, how was your president?
History
Nah,
books.
he fucked up. Because of him, the South was allowed to continue to idolize the Confederacy. His pulling out of the Reconstruction pretty much caused the South to permanently hate the North because the North had committed to helping rebuild. Yeah, no, he's like, nah,
I'm
fuck
gonna
it,
just
you know,
pull
fuck
out of this real quick.
Yeah, fuck it.
Nothing's gonna change. Nobody's gonna notice. Uh-oh. What's that over there? What's that
Also-
flag?
Yeah. Also, I miscounted. It was 7-8 with Biden. But I realized I didn't put an extra space between 2 of the names. Calvin Coolidge, known for his frugal fiscal policies and minimal social welfare policies during the Roaring Twenties, served as president from 1923 to 1929. After inheriting the office from Warren G. Harding, often dubbed Silent Cow, Coolidge ranks near the bottom of presidential rankings. Okay, then they list like a podcast episode explaining him.
Yeah, you just want to be the worst or the best.
Yeah, you gotta be something. But isn't that either right during or right before the Depression?
Before the Depression and World War I, yes.
All right. He
Um,
probably had some fingers pointed at him.
Actually, would have been before World War I, and then after World War I's the Depression, and then after that's World War II.
Yeah, if I
then-
recall correctly, he did a ton of things in the first term. One of them being the Louisiana Purchase. If
No.
my mind ain't tricking me.
no, it wasn't Dent. That was Jefferson.
Then the final
Thomas Jefferson completed the Louisiana Purchase.
bad example was James K. Polk, pledged to serve only one term from 1845 to 1849. The slave-owning
I got
Polk.
one. I got one in me, y'all. I got
It's be-
one. All right. Don't ask me for nothing else.
I know who's on this list, and it's going to piss me off.
The slave-owning Polk is best remembered for expanding U.S. territory to the Pacific coast through controversially provoking war with Mexico.
Yeah.
Look here. I got slaves to worry about. I'm waiting on my taco delivery. I gotta go over there and handle them. All right.
And then we have 3 presidents that are considered good. First being Teddy Roosevelt.
He fucked that up bad. He meant he was always going to run a second time. So, fun fact,
Strong
Teddy was
disagree,
never
I guess.
elected. Teddy was never elected. Teddy was put in office when the president he served under was shot and killed.
William McKinley.
And at the end, towards the end of his thing, he said, I vow not to run again.
This sucks.
He
I don't
wanted
like
to
this
run.
job.
But he had promised his family he would spend time with them due to a family issue that had been happening. So he had said, I shall not run again, because there was a lot of drama after he brought in the first Black American into the White House to have dinner with him as not a servant. So the white community didn't like him. He did the whole trust busting thing. People didn't like him. He did a whole bunch of shit fantastic for the country. The upper echelons didn't like him.
Does he know?
So eventually he says,
the
to calm everybody down,
What's going on?
I won't run again. It
You don't
wouldn't
like
be
them,
fair.
right?
His wife and daughter are on record saying that was the day we all were like, nope, that's it. He'll never win again. Because he wanted to run again, but he essentially said it to help calm people down.
Chicken.
And that was the end of his career. And that sucks, because if he had gotten a second term, so much would have been different. There might not have actually been a World War II or a World War I. It's unfortunate.
So, yeah,
He was the first one to broker a peace between two nations, and it was between Japan and Germany, if I remember right. It was Japan and somebody. He was the first U.S. president to force two other foreign nation leaders to sit down at a third-party location and negotiate their fucking peace terms. First one to do it. He created the president. Theodore Roosevelt created the modern American presidency. Before that, everybody was just like, "Oh, the presidency. Nobody cares. They're a bunch of fucking dickheads." After Teddy, it was like, "Oh, the American president's the fucking guy." You get fucking
Yeah, but a
people to
black
follow
guy
after
was
him.
in.
Yeah, but
He
the
was
black
eating
guy-
off of the good China.
Black guy,
You
yeah,
can't-
black guy
I
got
don't
to eat
like
in the
that.
White
We
House.
had to throw that China away because he touched it.
And that's his
He-
fault.
There was a post
It was like
office that had
$8,
a
and $8
single
now.
black
That's
employee.
like $20 now.
Nobody wanted to use that post office. They said, we can't have a black postmaster. He closed that post
He's licking all the
office
stamps.
and made them get their mail from 3 towns over after
These
that.
stamps
as
are
fucking
inferior. They're not sticking on my envelope. You're not licking them. Well, I can't because he touched some.
Teddy was one of the
Ew.
best, if not the best, U.S. president next to his fucking nephew, FDR himself.
Yep.
Post-slavery racism is the funniest thing to me.
Well-
Because it's just like, okay, by law, we gotta accept y'all, but no, though.
I am like it's like a cutoff because there's got to be a grace period of we just had y'all. It's got to be a couple years.
We're gonna, Your Honor, I plead oopsie daisy.
yeah.
Bore
Charter
like that
3.
real quick. We're gonna bore everybody. Cool. All right,
Article 1 of Oopsie 4 2 Daisy.
Yeah, that was called
invoking.
Reconstruction. That period is called
after that-
Reconstruction. It
After
should have
that,
never
it's
been
just
stopped.
like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
We allowed them to govern and create Jim Crow laws, and after that, it was over. We legitimized racism with the end of Reconstruction.
We've always
So we gave
legitimized racism. We legitimize it now.
I'm saying that was the turning point. Is that it was actually on the move to be dismantled and not allowed, but then it was going to be pulled out of Reconstruction, stop that whole process, and allow discrimination to be openly allowed in the South. And that
Do you
caused
think
everyone to
the
be efficient.
Supreme Court right now would have overturned that ruling?
Yes.
That's crazy to think about. Get them
Think about-
bastards out of here, bro.
Oh, it's bad. It's all bad. Oh, it's all bad.
Yeah, this for the reading thing here.
Teddy. I love
Teddy
that bastard.
Roosevelt, consistently ranked in the top 5 presidents of all time. He's best remembered for his
Easy.
progressive era policies, which included protecting national parks and tackling corporate monopolies. After taking a 4-year hiatus to travel the world and becoming disillusioned with his successor, William Howard Taft, Roosevelt ran again unsuccessfully in 1912 as a third-party candidate.
Because he vowed never to run again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what killed him.
Yep.
He created the Bull Moose Party, and it had a lot of support. But because he vowed to not run again, the Democrats wouldn't support him. The Republicans wouldn't support him.
Then we have Harry Truman.
Fuck Truman.
Following FDR's death in 1945, Truman's presidency oversaw the end of World War II, including the controversial decision to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki. His administration implemented the Marshall Plan and financed the reconstruction of Japan, which successfully rebuilt war-torn Europe and helped turn former foes like West Germany and Japan into allies. He also played a key role in establishing the United Nations.
He just followed FDR's playbook and took the credit. Fucking obnoxious bastard.
Despite leaving office with low approval ratings in 1952, Zernaev is consistently ranked among the top echelon of presidents and is largely credited for preventing the early years of the Cold War from erupting into World War III. And finally, we have Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh God.
When Biden first became president, commentators noted his potential to be one of the most transformational Democratic presidents since LBJ, who served as president from 1963 to 1969. Both Biden and LBJ share similarities, including years of service as senators and their unexpected rise to the presidency after serving as vice presidents to charismatic leaders. Biden's legislative record is also compared favorably to LBJ's. LBJ consistently has been ranked among the top 20 presidents of all time in more recent years within the top 10. LBJ's presidency has also been cited as a precedent for the president who voluntarily stepped aside despite significant achievements in civil rights and social protections. The latter known as the Great Society. Faced with declining party unity after the Vietnam War, primary challenges from popular figures like RFK Jr., and poor polling, LBJ chose to step aside. So maybe this is the second.
Maybe it is.
To the end, Texas.
I forgot about LBJ. I don't know if he was at the point of campaigning.
Yeah, I think LBJ is the closest example. But yeah, I think we were talking in a text thread, and I think BG put it very succinctly. The optics are just terrible right now.
Yeah, it's very bad.
It's better if Kamala is running, because a lot of people are already like from all these Democratic places are just like, hey, we will put our full force behind her. So I think the optics can get really good depending on the candidate.
I think literally you can now spin that whole thing on its head.
Yeah, I was just talking to DA about that.
It's just literally, it's just like the whole thing. It's he's old. Guess who's old now? Who's actually older than Biden?
Yeah.
Trump
the
old
whole
as
conversation
shit.
can switch to age, competency, clarity. Because if they both get on a stage together, she's gonna fucking eviscerate him, even if she knows what she's talking about or not. Regardless what she says is good or not, she's gonna have coherent sentences. He ain't.
Quicker on her feet, thinking clearer, getting the words out clearer.
Yeah,
Gonna look better.
it is going.
But did you
to
see him
be-
walking out with the big Trump letters behind him? That was pretty cool.
Yo, that RNC was a disaster.
Disaster.
Hulk
They crashed
Hogan.
Grindr, guys.
Hulk Hogan. I saw so many things just like, this is just idiocracy.
And they doing the comparison of them, and it truly is.
People were just like, well, the boys didn't go far enough if this is real
No.
life. Hulk Hogan's
Yes.
like, let me tell you something, brother. He just rips off the shirt like Hulk Hogan, and Trump is just blowing him kisses. What?
Dude, there's no words.
Mom
so
and Kid Rock
wildish.
They dropping M-bombs
performing a
backstage
song
together.
and changing the words to Trump. What are we doing?
And the audience standing in abject.
Oh, hold on. No, wait. Let me
Observance.
get my Trump attire. Hold on one sec.
Oh, what?
It's
What is he doing?
crazy. Oh yeah,
Hold on.
Trump is
Hold on.
of course gonna talk.
Hold on, I'm good now.
Yeah, oh, jeez. Oh, my. It's a mess.
It is the cringiest.
It's a cult.
It's a cult for real.
It's a cult.
Bro.
Because there was somebody who was just like, he came into the hospital like he didn't need stitches or anything.
And he's like, my whole ear got blown off. The doctor had to do all this and reconstruct.
But we told you last week, it's about that turn to the camera, let him see the ear. That big old, that he was probably just like make it as big and sightly as possible. Can we get an
Gaudy.
American flag on this mug? No? Okay, just make it massive.
How about some LEDs? Can we get some LEDs? MAGA? No.
Anything. The letter T, something. We can say it's a cross. We can spin it, but we know what's up.
Trump talked mash on Kamala, and then she had that ad campaign, which was destructive. It was something like she's put away sex predators. He is one. Grab him by the, and it's in an ad, and it's like, what are we doing?
And then Trump was
Cooking.
They interviewed one of the spokespersons, and they was like, "Oh no, we're more comfortable with Kamala. We can handle her easier." And it's just like,
Y'all
No,
say
you're
so.
not. No, you not. You're
Yeah,
not.
Trump was just talking mash on her. It's just like, oh my goodness. And Trump's like, yeah, this old man, he never should have been president to begin with. And then on the because Biden or whoever was controlling his Twitter was live tweeting the Trump RCD or what was it? RNC. And one of them, Trump just goes, as the late great Hannibal Lecter said. And it's just like, okay. And then whoever was handling Biden said he praised Hannibal Lecter. Donald, Hannibal Lecter is not real, and he's a cannibal. I died laughing for like 5 minutes, and he's a cannibal.
Lest we forget,
We are
was
in the strangest timeline.
Hulk Hogan.
Strangest.
He
well, let
ripped
me
the
tell
shirt
you
off.
something, brother. Trumpomania, brother.
This man, brother.
He ripped the shirt off.
I can't believe it, dude.
Man.
He got him to speak Kid Rock, Amber Rose. Like, what are we doing out here? And this is the thing. The RNC, what all of these people did was just covet the voters that he already has. It didn't like bring in new people.
They're not trying to. That's given up. That they've given up that ploy. They believe with their heart of whatever hearts they may have that they have it. Whatever their numbers are more than enough. They can't get anybody else, not a single extra voter. They control their voting base 100%. They believe that there are more of us than you. And if not, you're scamming. BG is in charge of the Democratic Party. Put BG in charge of the election, everybody. Let the scams run rampant.
I'd get whoever's in there. Don't worry about it. I'd make it happen.
In game. FBI in game.
I'm just so shocked that
You're shocked by any part of this?
Yeah, people zeroed in so much on Biden strictly because it was more apparent. But if Biden's a 10, Trump's like a 9.5.
They were matching
and now that
each
will be
other's
more clear.
speed.
Yeah.
So he had time to just be like, oh, you ain't making no sense. Well, you ain't making no sense. And that's what your point is. But now when you can't bounce back on that, what you gonna say? He's gonna pop
now
that
it's
hot end. He's got one in him.
Dude, it's
I
good.
can't
The first
do it, Hogan. Yes, you
The
can,
question-
brother. Drop the bomb, brother.
No.
Drop the power bomb. The power and bomb.
I can't bet my dog. Oh,
I can't explain
no.
to y'all how sad I am that those podcasts are gone. Because I want to hear me and DA spiel on Hulk Hogan not being able to pet his dog. And I was just thinking about the I am a real old piece of song recent. Dude, there's so yeah, I guess that's why it was. I guess that's why it happened. Because she's just out there ripping his shirt.
Unironically.
I know I have a good chunk of the episodes. I'll try and throw them on the Dropbox. I don't have everything.
Please do.
But
give me whatever
well,
you
so
can.
I told Ralph this, or I mentioned it during his stream. I was recently going through, like, just doing a lot of cleaning of junk and what have you, and I found an old hard drive, an external. So I'm like, okay, let me just try and make sure I don't, like, delete anything that I didn't get off of this. And the fact that when I plugged it in, it sounded like an old-ass PC booting up was very telling. Just... I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, okay.
Systems engaged.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
I was like going through a bunch of stuff, and I found some TeamSpeak recordings.
Yeah, them days.
Yeah, and we were recording separately and then combining them. I was combining them post, and I just had a bunch of Ralph's old recordings, and boy, the New Yorker was still there.
Terrible.
Strong. with vitality.
Listen.
That has been stamped out by the Midwest.
Listen.
Yeah, if we were in
Listen.
the Inuyasha bridge, could he even pull it off now?
Oh boy.
Oh, you don't remember this at all, do you?
Yes, I do. I'm just trying to say,
Okay.
you think the accent's actually gone? You're very, very mistaken.
It's gonna sound forced.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Dude, it literally came out in an interview recently I had at work, and the entire table was just in dumbfounded silence. Like, oh, it's real. I'm like, say it
He
one
is
more fucking
walking
time.
here.
I swear to fucking God. Like, okay, gonna calm down. That actually really pissed me off.
Just say "ope" 3 times and you'll be back. You'll be back.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I have never said it. I've never said it.
Hands and everything. My goodness.
I've never said "oh." I'll never fucking say "oh." And the fucking day I do is the day I fucking off myself.
Mafia, right?
Oh, this is bad. This is bad optics. He's got to go.
Oh boy.
It's bad.
But yeah, we are living in a very interesting time in U.S. history, and it will continue to be an interesting time as debates happen. This whole campaign.
Dude, this
Give me
next debate
one
is going to be
Trump.
insane.
Kamala debate, and y'all
One
will
debate.
see. Y'all will see.
The moment he struggles to even catch up and then she laps him verbally, it is going to be destructive. The internet will be on fire.
Dude, she had an interview where she was talking with Mike Pence, and she was just like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm talking right now." Like, you can't. And she did the neck roll. It's over.
Yeah, nah, it's going to be a wrap. But the thing is, here's the thing, and you can't put this to bed easily. The concern is going to be, are there enough in the Democrat side and in the undecided side that we
voters.
need to vote for an overwhelming majority who A, don't want a woman, or B, don't want someone of color again?
Now, here's the
This
thing.
is going to be the trial. This is going to be what's on trial. Not her age, not her competency, but her gender and skin color.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
That's going to be it.
But at the same time, Hillary won the popular vote. She didn't win the electoral vote.
Bingo, and why not?
So the people will vote for a woman, as evidenced by.
That's why I said enough of a majority at the sentence.
They really
need
did
enough of-
Pokemon go to the voting booth.
Pokemon go to the polls is what she said.
Ooh, that was bad. And then
Pokemon go to the polls. Yeah, she did.
Sure did dab.
What? I missed all of this.
Yeah, she sure did dab.
My
go to the
the
polls
image
and
I
dab.
have
Are
of
you
that camp.
Dude, look at Pokemon go to the polls. She does it. Yes. Yes.
The image that I have in my head of that whole campaign was the what the fuck, the Democratic convention where she accepted the nomination, of the balloons and her forced.
I know the dab. I didn't know the Pokemon
That image
Go.
is scarred in my brain. I'm
you
like,
didn't know
no.
You didn't hear that? Oh, I'm sorry to curse
Dude.
you with this knowledge.
Oh,
Now you must carry it and curse somebody else to be free.
why
so
at your
bad.
own risk?
It's bad.
Oh,
Dude, it's so bad.
I don't know how Homeboy got. They were just like, nah, when he did that, yeah, but she got away with that.
we're gonna
Yeah.
make this get in the White House. Yeah, and it killed him.
It killed him dead.
The young people gotta stop playing video games. They got a Pokemon go to the polls. I was just like, nah, it's over. It's over. No way.
It is the verbal version of Trump doing his little dance.
You didn't even watch it.
I don't need to.
No, you sure?
You sure?
Yes, it
I
is.
think you
It is
do.
going to be the verbal version of him doing this while his YMCA plays.
It's so bad, dude. It's so funny. It's
Actually,
so bad. and
last
it's
thing
so funny.
too, we didn't even talk about the vice president nomination, Vance.
He.
Oh, dude, fuck
He
that guy.
sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck everything
And it's
about
funny
that guy.
because that kind of split a lot of Trump voters because they
It
do not
did.
want Vance. They hate that.
No, they
man.
don't.
He
And they
stinks.
know he hates Trump.
stinks.
They know he hates Trump.
Yes.
It's
Why doesn't Trump know?
He does know,
he
but he
know?
went with somebody he thought. Here's what I'm thinking. I think that his handlers, because this wasn't a choice by him, there's no fucking way he was given a choice and they took it for him. I'm thinking that they this was their attempt to take the Trumpers and the non-Trumpers and keep them together through some
While
warped
also
mind game.
simultaneously getting younger.
Correct. Why this warped mind game of if we take A side and keep it now, bring it over to B side, now we have unity, even though they're still infighting because of that fucking incapable of fucking understanding base politics, fucking strategy. It's just mind numbing. But I think that's what the thought was. And I think that depending on who Kamala picks as her running mate, if she goes, I hate to say it, I think if she picks another female, there's less of a chance of her winning. Genuinely.
I would agree with that.
But
Go
who does she
safe.
pick as her? Who does she pick as her running mate then? Who won the
Biden.
He's used to serving under a black president.
Oh. Ooh,
Wait a second.
damn.
Rephrase.
I
Rephrase!
genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know who she would pick as her running mate.
I
That's
think
a
it's
safe
gonna-
bet right now.
Yeah, I think it's gonna really color how the rest of this
Correct.
election is gonna go.
Whoever she picks has to be not only safe, but act as a galvanizing choice to solidify her capability and what her White House will be. There-
Like,
it is-
there's
she
one
picks
person
another-
that I can think of, but it's still a bad choice from an optics perspective.
Pick it.
No.
What are you saying?
Utig.
Buttigieg? Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh.
In terms of competency and what have you, he's a good pick, but he's gay.
yeah, you'd have a female colored individual in the White House as president, and then a gay white guy in the
Yeah,
office.
just like so that's why I said from an optics perspective, horrible. But the dude can actually knows politics.
Oh, is he enough yet? Well, thinking this whole thing with the bridge recently is also not coloring him very well at all either. To be honest with you,
True.
that actually would not be the move right now because they can eviscerate him with your state's infrastructure is falling apart. What happened to progressive policies, saving and improving infrastructure? Where is your spending? No, they could eviscerate him right now. It'd be a bad call.
Mm-hmm. Then who else is the issue?
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
I personally don't know who a safe bet would be. It would be very hard.
I don't think there's a such thing as a safe bet right now, especially after this again historic stepping down.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's safe. You just got to kind of attack a base that Kamala doesn't carry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Is that she has to pick somebody who's going to take the opposite side of things, and she's going to embody right now. She's not a progressive at all. She is an actual moderate Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to pick somebody who's going to take whatever she needs. And
Oh yeah,
bring it
a
into
lot of her
field.
things run counterintuitive to like Bernie Sanders.
Correct. So you need somebody from the Bernie camp. And again, there's nobody that jumps out at me that doesn't uncheck the box of, again, female of color that hits that mark that I don't know of. Because I
Speaks
know a
on
lot of
feminism.
And a lot of people right now are seeing on the far left. They're saying AOC, pick her as VP, instant win. No, that would not be an instant win.
Yeah, that'd be. Actually, that just reminded me, BG. I really liked the Money in the Bank with Bernie.
Oh yeah, that was great.
It's just a Twitter picture.
I mean, God, could you imagine if that's the move they make? If they pick Bernie as VP?
They couldn't.
I'm talking the biggest of ifs. This is like the stretchiest of stretches of the
I
imagination.
personally would love it.
that's
I don't
the
think they
route.
win.
Same.
If that's the route, dude, this election cycle would be one for the books. I'll say that much because it would be to bring a wrestling term in. It would be a slobber knocker.
The thing right now is there's not a lot they could attack Kamala on policy wise,
No,
voice wise.
it's all about galvanizing the left. It's
But-
all about galvanizing the left. left.
But if she brings in another super old dude, it's just gonna allow Trump and his team to just go, how competent is she when the last old dude just stepped down and now
I'm
she
not
wants to
saying you're
bring in
wrong.
another one to
I'm not saying you're wrong, but then that would give Bernie the chance to, again, verbally eviscerate them because he can. Because they're not going to win. They're not going to lose anyone on the opposite side, on the Democratic side, by having that discussion happen. All it will do is just make the current Republicans who are already going to vote for Trump, regardless of what the fuck he says or does, happy. So it'll just make them laugh. It'll give them a meme for a little bit. But then it's all about how do you change the discussion? How do you change the optics on the left? How do you get them to follow behind Kamala? That's what the only focus needs to be. Don't worry about what the right's going to say. The right's going to attack you in a dumbass way no matter what you do and go for the meme. It's not going to dissuade any voters or persuade more voters for them. It's you need to get something to unify your party right now. And however that can happen, whatever's going to give you the best percentage of victory is what you have to go with. Mm-hmm. All like wants need to go out the window. All tentatives out the fucking window. You need to go with whatever's going to give you the highest percentage of tactical result imaginable right now. Because this is not something you can afford to lose.
Yeah, if we lose this, I think the country is over. High key.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If Project 2025 is allowed to be implemented in any facet, it is the beginning of the end. We're talking Weimar Republic Germany ending before the Reich levels of shit. It'd be bad.
But the meme.
DA in the background. More memes.
Now wait a second,
Man, fuck you people.
I saw the news thread today. Don't you deny it.
I was just sharing some funny images.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it ever is.
Mm-hmm. What are the facts?
90 facts about Louisiana.
Oh.
The fuck? The
Louisiana
Purchase. Yep.
I'm gonna be that guy. 90.
1.
Of course you are.
45. 69. I'm gonna go 30. 1, 30, 45, 69, 90. 1, 30, 45, 69, 90. 1, 30, 45, 69, 90.
He's scrolling.
He's scrolling.
Uh-oh.
That's a
we
face.
got a face. We got a face.
That's a face.
45.
Hey.
Cyber.
Our
Big
president.
45.
In Louisiana, there is a law that limits mourners at a wake to eating no more than 3 sandwiches. This law aims to maintain respect and moderation during somber gatherings.
You're eating too much. You're jovial.
You are disrespecting my grandma with these 4 sandwiches.
Sorry.
Put this back.
Hey, how many sandwiches you had over there? Hey, somebody keep an eye on him.
Police!
I seen 2 already. Don't act like it. Oh, you gonna cut them in half and act like nah. Oh, you gonna stack them and think nah.
We
I
see you. Modesty.
What constitutes a sandwich? How are you going to define it? Oh, man.
So
is there a reset period of like an hour where you can grab another one? Can you grab like 3 plates of mac and cheese? Is that fine, or is it just limited to simply sandwiches?
So this is the second weird Louisiana law we've had in like the last year, by the way. I'd like to point that out. We had if a woman is driving, her husband needs to be in front of the car waving the red flag.
Louisiana kind of borked.
Yeah, stop eating and cry.
Put it down.
After she kills someone because why was a woman driving? You can't have 3 sandwiches at that wake.
Why?
Why? When did they
Ralph, what president was it that pulled out of the South?
Why
what was that?
What president that we talked about that like pulled out of the South?
Oh god, I'm already blanking. I'm fucking tired. I think it was Hayes.
That guy.
Hold
That's
on.
why. We learned.
Must have been some Scooby-Doo muff just stacking sandwiches like, this is a disgrace.
They're only here for the sandwiches. Do they even
Yeah, it was
care
Hayes.
about
It was
warning
Rutherford B.
the
Hayes.
dead?
Yeah.
And the crazy part is this had to have been such a problem that a law needed to be enacted,
Mhm.
or it was somebody so important that saw like their cousin munching down on sandwiches.
Banging out sandwiches
When they were
like,
like,
there's no
nah.
tomorrow. You can't be doing this.
That's goofy.
Wow. Louisiana.
I want that on a shirt. I want Stop Eating and Cry put on a shirt.
Our merch shop is gonna go crazy.
I want that on a shirt so bad. I want Mike in a funeral tux yelling, "Stop eating and cry."
Holding up a sign behind the casket.
Somebody with 4 sandwiches on a plate.
Muppet Mike. It's got to be Muppet Mike in a fucking funeral tux. Stop eating and cry.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Jet, if you're still in here.
Mean mug just.
Jet, if you're still in here. I'm
Oh,
just
it's
saying.
internet's down. It's cooked.
Ah, rip.
All right. So with that, we will call this podcast a close. Tuesday, obviously, for streams. Tuesday, trials. Thursday. I feel like I'm getting pretty close on Dave the Diver. I'm probably.
Yeah, you're at the finale.
I think
You're close to
I'm
the
like
end.
Dave literally was just like, man, this is like those times where you should prepare before an RPG boss. I'm like, okay. All right.
I know what's coming. I get
So
it.
wrapping a few things up there. Friday.
What's
Ralph,
your next
are you
game
available?
after Dave?
I'm free.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I
Did you
was,
say PG?
I will answer
Hold
that
on,
second,
let's
PG. Power World on Friday. Actually. What I might... So there's Luigi's
you ain't
Mansion.
55 yet, homie. I thought you were doing 55.
I'm going to grind this week, and then however close I get. It
Okay.
should be fine. But I was thinking Luigi's Mansion 2 remake, but I might save that for closer to Halloween. What I was thinking of doing is actually playing Smash Bros. World of Light again. For 2 reasons. One,
Nuzlocke.
maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Do it.
But one, just wanted to see like how easy or harder it is within the last 5 years of playing the game. I want to get all the characters unlocked on a different account so I can actually have one Switch dedicated, fully modded that won't risk my actual account getting banned. So I want to get a separate copy with a different user, unlock all the characters, all that fun business. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Besides that, I have some list of co-op games, but it's kind of sparse until like the holidays in terms of new games anyways. So if there's any
Get
suggestions,
back into the fucking retro games, dude.
let me know. And then
I have a game of the year contender already for me.
oh, what?
What's
I'm
that?
loving this game. It's called 1000X Resist. I
Never heard of it.
love it.
I'll have to look that up afterwards. But yeah, with that, thank
Oh,
you.
you should have played Crow County or Indica or something like that. Maybe you should do that for Halloween. Play Luigi Mansion now and play one of the actual like Crow Country.
Oh,
or
the
Crow
RE
County.
inspired game, right?
Yeah. And Indica is like a monastery or something. Very creepy, very horror oriented.
There's something else.
But that's actual horror, BG, and Mike will cry.
This is true.
He's done some horror. He's done some horror. He
I like
did
the
RE7.
I like the horror games that let me shoot the thing that scared me. Which I know the first game you can do.
I don't know about Indica for you then.
Okay then. Because I was thinking of trying to play through some of the classic Resident Evil games that I've never played before. I've also never played the remake of RE1, but I want to probably play the original first. And then Silent Hill. I wanted to start playing those games.
Okay.
So I got.
You're gonna do
options for
the
all.
Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition?
Nah, Mike, you know what you need to do? You need to start playing Snake Eater before the re-release happens.
You know,
What a thrill!
that is
Yeah,
the one
buddy.
MGS game I have not played yet. So,
Crazy.
What?
yeah.
Yeah, you
Crazy.
need to get on that immediately. That is the next move for you then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Snake Eater for sure.
It's probably like $10 right now.
Not
Oh, yeah,
even.
it's
Not
I
even.
can get it in multiple forms.
I'm telling you, I think Snake Eater be your better bet. Get the hype building before the game comes out.
What a thrill!
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll just have to
Get the original ladder scene game
Oh,
in the
yeah.
library, Mike.
Oh yeah. I'll just have to pause the recording during the ladder scene. That's all I'll have to do. 'Cause that shit
No,
hella copyrighted.
No, you keep going. No, you
Oh, I'll
keep going.
stream-
You
I will
commit.
I'll stream it. It's just not gonna be in the YouTube VOD.
No, you speed it up. You speed it up.
No,
You put the fucking fast forward on.
no, that requires editing. I just have to hit a button to pause the recording on OBS.
I hate you. You know that, right?
I
Sure.
give my life
It can be a YouTube
Fucking
short or a
lazy
YouTube
motherfucker.
clip.
for you.
You
Not gonna be the
lazy
recording.
motherfucker.
I don't want that strike. Anyway,
Just fast forward through it. Okay.
Would it even be a strike or would it just mute it?
No, be a
I-
strike.
it
It would be a
For
strike.
music?
potentially one way or the other. I just don't want
No,
to
I
take
think
that
it's
gamble.
just-
I'm just not
I
taking
think
that
it's just a
gamble.
claim.
Anyways, thank everybody for tuning into this episode
Depends
of
on
the
the level of
podcast
strike
of stuff.
on call. It'll probably be a strike.
We will see you next week.
I don't think music strikes.
What?
Bye bye.